I will now show how to start using ScaleMeUp with AI. As you can see, I'm in the Workflows view and my Workflows tab is currently empty. I click Public Templates and here we can see a few public workflow templates. You can try these templates over here with multiple steps and create your own workflows and edit them and play around and see how the service works. That's a good way to get started. But in this case, I will use this empty workflow template to create a workflow from scratch. So I will click Use as Template and name it Article Generation and give it a description, and I will share the workflow with the whole organization so everybody in this organization can use this workflow once it's done. And over here we have one example step. I will delete it because we don't need it right now. We will add the steps later on. And the steps in this workflow, they will be article generation. So AI will write an article with certain tone of voice and style, and then we will also add a step to translate the article to German language. But first we need to go to assistants and create an assistant for this. So I will go to public templates and create and then click use as template. We will name the assistant technology writer and give it a description. I will also share the assistant with the whole organization. Now we can edit the assistant. We can add a training data, which is knowledge for the assistant, by uploading files over here or using web URLs over here. And we want this assistant to be able to write with my style and my writing style and my tone of voice. So I have one English blog post that I wrote in 2021, and we will just copy this URL and add it here and use the simple mode, which means just one page to be scraped. And we will then click Scrape Now. Okay, it's ready and we can see the training URL over here at the bottom. Then I'll click Assistant Settings. Now we need to edit this instruction. I will use write in clear professional English as a technology expert, explaining complex ideas accurately but simply. Then the second line says use training data files, and I will actually add file reference, which is the URL we just processed. So use training data files and the file web page for tone of voice and writing style. Okay, so now it should be able to write in my writing style. Of course, if I would have added more files or URLs which had my writing style, it would be more capable. But we can already do it based on one URL. I will click Save. Let's go back to Workflows and edit the article generation we just created earlier, and now we start adding steps. First one is assistant. Let's name it writing the article, and select Assistant Technology Writer, so the one we just created. And then we need the step prompt, which is write about 1,000 words on the topic, and after the word topic we need to add input tag in here so the user's input will be recognized. And then I have one line, include source references at the end, and we will save the step. Next step will be text editor step, so we have possibility to edit the article that AI generated. Let's use default button group. Button group references to AI buttons that help user in different tasks like proofreading the document. Next step is translate to German. We also use assistant. We can use the same technology writer. It doesn't matter that the training data was in English. AI can do the translation very well. And step prompt is translate the text into German, and we need to add previous step output so we get the output from the previous step to be translated. And we'll then add one more text editor so also the German text can be edited freely. Now our workflow is ready to be used. I click back to all workflows and click start a run. So here we see on the left the whole workflow, and this article is going to be about EU, so European Union Artificial Intelligence Act. So I added here as text prompt. I might as well rename the run so we actually know what it's about later on. So I use the same text to rename it. Then I found a really good article online about the subject, and I will use website type of prompt input addition here with the URL and click the plus icon to process the URL. And now it's ready and we can actually start running the workflow. I click next step. And now AI will start writing the article based on my writing style. Okay, and now the step is ready and we can look at the article. Looks nice, and we have the references at the end as we requested. I click next step, and now we are in the text editor, and now I can freely edit the text. I will show how the AI buttons work, so let's try to find a place to make some error. From this paragraph after healthcare, I will remove the comma and also the next one. So healthcare and transportation are missing commas, and I click spelling and grammar. And we see that after healthcare and transportation, the commas are back, so it did the spelling and grammar check for us. Okay, let's say I'm ready with the text, so I click mark as ready. And we will proceed to next step, which is translate to German. I click next step. And now the German translation starts to generate. Okay, now it's ready, and here we see the German translation of the article. Let's proceed to next step, which again is the text editor, and we could edit the text freely over here. But I'll just mark the step as ready, and now the whole workflow is done. I could download the German translation here as Word document, or I can navigate back to the English version to download it as Word document. I'll click back to all workflows, and the idea now that this article generation workflow is shared with the whole organization, any user in the organization can use it to write tech articles with my tone of voice. Show runs button takes me to run listing, and we see the one that we just created, EU Artificial Intelligence Act, and any user in my organization could create a new run with new topic and new source material here.